Good evening. Thank you for Boise State letting me speak tonight. Thank you to the American Legionnaires who are here for this wonderful program that's meant so much to me in my life. We welcome y'all tonight for our Legion Night. Thank you for coming. When I was in high school, Boise State was a big deal in Tupelo, and I got the call one night that I'd been selected to come to Boise State, and my best friend was not selected, so he wasn't going to be going, and I didn't want to go, but my mom said, "Yeah, you are," and so she made me call the Legionnaire back and tell him that I would come. And we rode down here with a group of buddies from school, and as soon as we got here, we started getting involved. I ran for the Senate, passed my bill. My bill got chosen as best bill in the Senate. Then I was elected as an alternate to go to Boise Nation. Didn't get to go, but it was nice to be an alternate. And then I got the Outstanding Boise Stater Scholarship. I was really surprised the next year when I was invited to come back on staff. But ever since that moment, this has been something that I've done every summer since I was in high school. And it's been one of the greatest things that's happened in my life and one of the most formidable things on the path that I've taken in my life. But when I was small, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but I can't walk so good. But I was born with cerebral palsy, but my parents would not ever let that hold me down. They wouldn't let me feel sorry for myself. They always pushed me. We went to every specialist we could find. I've had multiple surgeries, but that was always to get better. We're going to get better. We're going to get better. We're going to therapy. Push, push, push. And that push that my parents constantly had in my life is what has still driven me to this day. It's just part of who I am, and I thank them for that, instilling that into me. They also. They also taught me that life's not fair. I would get, bummed out about stuff. My brother could do this, or my sister could do that, and I couldn't do it. And I'd be, that's not fair. But my mom was quick to point out, hey, life's not fair. You've been dealt this card, and you got to deal with it. Life's not fair, and there's, everyone has their challenges, and I'm not going to sit around and go, oh, poor me, because I have a challenge. I overcame that, and you can too. I mean, just whatever life has given you, you can overcome that, and I want to tell you that today, that anything that you want to accomplish, you can accomplish it. I've had goals all my life. We'd set small goals, small goals, small goals, and once we reach that goal, we set a new goal. You can do that too. It may seem insurmountable, but like they say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So just make small goals and build upon that, build upon that, build upon that. They also instilled in me a sense of determination. I was determined that I was going to walk. I was determined I was going to drive my car without any controls on the hands. I was determined I was going to come to college and live by myself. I was determined I was going to get a graduate degree. So that determination that they instilled in me from the start has pushed me my whole life. And that's one of the reasons I decided to kind of get into the political arena, because I want to make Tupelo better, I want to make Mississippi better, I want to make Aguirre better, and I really am working hard to do that. You guys came to Boise State this week to learn about how government works, but I think you're also here to hone your leadership skills, so that when you go home, you can take those skills back to your schools and your communities. So I'm going to share some of the leadership traits that I've found that are helpful to me. The first of those is courage. I believe that this is very important, because when you take that leadership role, you are really putting yourself out there, and it takes a lot of courage to do that. I've worked on several campaigns over the years, and it's not me out there. I'm working for some other guy. But when I decided to run for the House of Representatives, and I was having our campaign announcement press conference. I was about to puke. I was so nervous. I knew the press was coming, and my stomach was just tore up because it was my name out there this time, not someone else's. Because I took that first step to get out there, and I had to muster up all the strength I had to step up to that microphone that day and read my speech and take the answers from the press. So, excuse me. A leader must have that courage to face any adversity. This can come in the form of a setback or an obstacle or any opposition to you and your goals. Your teammates will be looking for you for direction. It takes guts to stay calm and focused and when the pressure is on you. If you remain calm and positive, it will keep everyone motivated towards your goal. Your job as a leader is to put out the fires and maintain morale of your team. Your job is to keep your wits in the face of adversity and project confidence that will flow down to the rest of your team. You will keep everyone moving ahead if you can just keep your wits about you. It takes courage to do the right thing and to stand up for what is right. Those that follow you will be looking for you to set an example of how to behave, how to act, and it takes a lot of strength to do that sometimes when you're going against what everyone else is doing, even though you know what is right, but everyone else is wanting to go in the wrong direction. That takes an incredible amount of courage to do that. I believe you need to be a servant leader and lead by example. If you expect your team to work hard for you, you must be willing to work hard with them and show your commitment to the common goal. There's no greater motivation than seeing the boss get down in the trenches with you and work along the side of you and to accomplish whatever needs to be done. The company I used to work for, we did an employee outing to Six Flags. We took over 300 of our employees to Six Flags in Atlanta. And when we got there, the president of the company met us, and me and the president and our chief operating officer, just to thank us for coming and all that. And we did a small walk around with her, and as we were walking around, I noticed she kept picking up trash that was on the ground or doing different things to make the park better. And I was kind of taken aback by that. You know, here she is, she's the president of Six Flags organization, and she's picking up gum wrappers. But that showed that the employees of Six Flags, that she was willing to do that she wasn't above picking up trash on the ground. No one wants to work for somebody who sits around shouting out orders to them, and they're not willing to get involved as well. By showing your team that you are willing to do the jobs that may seem beneath you, you will instill in them the same hard work and commitment that you want to move everyone forward. You will also gain their respect and be more likely to achieve higher goals. There are times when you will need to delegate, though, and this is important to do because you can't do it all. By putting together a quality team of skilled workers, it makes this a lot easier. When people are working together for the same goal, it gets them committed to the success of what is at task. But knowing when to trust your team members to do things for you is a sign of strength and not a sign of weakness. People know you must trust them to do something. It increases their commitment to you and to the project. My last point I want to cover is integrity. To get people to follow your lead, they must believe that you are trustworthy for them to put all their trust and faith in you. To gain this trust, you must be honest at all times. If you're caught being dishonest, you will ruin your credibility with the team and make any success that much more difficult to achieve. Keep the lines of communication open with your team and share them the good news and the bad news of any progress that has been made or any setbacks. No one likes to be kept in the dark because that breeds gossip and speculation. Be open and honest with everyone in your team, even with the good news and the bad news. A lot of times people think, oh, well, they can't handle the bad news. But I think a lot of people handle the bad news a lot better than not sharing the bad news with them at all. Because like I said, what they don't know, they'll start hearing rumors, and that everything falls apart at that point. And give credit where credit is due. Acknowledge the contributions of those that are helping you out. And that shows them the respect that they deserve, and that you appreciate what they did for you. And they're much more willing to work for you in the future. You've been given a great opportunity by coming to Boise State. It's a great program. It's, like I said, it's meant a lot to me over my life. And I believe that once you get home and get away from the program for a couple weeks or get back in your school, you will come to realize how great this program really is. Thank you all for letting me come and speak tonight. I appreciate it.